Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing great. In today's video, I'm sharing a delicious chicken biryani recipe. It is not a traditional authentic version, but it's my version of biryani which is super easy to make without compromising on flavor and taste. If you're a beginner or want to make an amazing biryani in less time, then this recipe is for you. So before getting started with the cooking, let's take a quick trip to pick some fresh ingredients for the biryani. I'm here at Apple Mart in Ottawa, Mangalore. Every time I visit here, it reminds me of a mini version of Lulu and other supermarkets we find in Gulf countries. The setup, the packaging, and the variety of items give off the same vibe, which makes shopping here such a great experience. I love coming here because I can find everything I need in one place. I picked up this thick curd from this brand ID. It's creamy, thick, and perfect for marinating the chicken. For the rice, I picked up this long grain basmati rice from Dawat. You can take any other also, but this is my personal favorite because the grain quality is really good. They had very adorable and cute stationery, and I got a little distracted with the stationery and the fresh treats. So to get started with the recipe, the first step is to marinate the chicken, for which we need garam masala. I'm making my own masala powder here, but if you want, you can skip this step and use any garam masala powder that is already available in your home. I'll be adding list of all the ingredients that I've used in the description box with proper measurements. You can screenshot it for your reference. Here I'm adding all the spices into the blender jar and also peeling some cardamom and adding the seeds to it. I'm making a very coarse rough powder here, not very fine, and keeping it aside. So I've taken 1 kg chicken here and now I'm starting marinating it. For the fresh and clean chicken, I'm adding 1 tablespoon each of homemade ginger and garlic paste. Then I'm adding around 2 tablespoons of red chili powder. If you want to make it more spicy, you can add more. And 1 tablespoon of turmeric and salt around 1 to 2 depending on your taste. Then you can add some garam masala powder. I'm using the powder which I just made at home. Mix everything well and then add in the curds, but make sure the curd is fresh and not very sour, and it should be thick, not a very watery consistency. If you don't have a thick curd available in the shops near you, then you can just use any curd and just leave it in the muslin cloth or a strainer for some time so that the water goes, and you can then use that. After adding the curds, mix everything well and leave it to marinate for at least 2 to 3 hours. If you can keep it for a longer time, that's the best. I have also tried the same recipe where I left the chicken to marinate for like overnight and it tasted the best. So the next step of making the biryani is to prepare the saffron infused milk. We'll be using this at the end of the recipe. For this, take around 1 cup of milk and warm it up a little. just enough so it's hot but not boiling. Then add around 1/4 tablespoons of saffron. Let it sit for a bit. Once done, take it off heat and let it cool down. Trust me, this step adds amazing flavor and a gorgeous color to the biryani. But if you don't have saffron, no worries, you can totally skip this step. Now let's make the barista or crispy fried onions. You'll need around 2 large onions, but I'm using a little extra onions here because I personally love adding more barista while serving my biryani. It just makes everything taste better. Barista enhances the flavor, texture, and aroma of the biryani, so I recommend you to not skip this step. But if you're short of time and do not want to spend so much time on frying the onions, you can always use store-bought fried onions. To get started with the frying, I'm taking around 3 to 4 tablespoons of ghee. You can use ghee or oil. And once the ghee is hot, I'm adding in the onions. For frying the onions, you can use the same cooking vessel which you want to use later for cooking the biryani. On low to medium flame, saute the onions till they turn golden brown. This step of making barista will take some time, but it's totally worth the effort. If you're looking to make it quicker, you can use an air fryer or microwave oven to speed things up. And if you want some hacks to make barista in less time with less effort, just let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to create a video on that. This is the perfect color we are looking for, golden brown and crispy. Once the onions reach this stage, be sure to remove them quickly and place them on a plate or they'll burn and turn bitter. Timing is key to get the perfect crunch. Once the barista is cooled down, add a little bit of it to the marinated chicken and give it a good mix and leave it like that. Once the chicken is getting marinated, the next step is to cook the rice. I'm taking around half kg of basmati rice. Wash it well at least 2 to 3 times and let it soak in water for 10 to 15 minutes. While the rice is soaking, take double quantity of water and bring it to a boil in a separate pot. Add in some cloves and cardamom for that aromatic flavor. Also add in some salt. Once the water starts boiling, add the soaked rice and cook it until the rice is about 70 to 80% done. Once you have added rice to the boiling water, don't forget to add 1 tablespoon of ghee. This will not only enhance the flavor but also prevent the rice from sticking together. It's a simple step but makes a big difference. When you see that the rice is about 70 to 80% cooked, quickly drain the excess water to stop it from cooking further. If you're not sure how to check, here's a simple trick. You can use the absorption method to cook the rice. For cooking rice to about 70 to 80% in the absorption method, you will want to use around 1 to 1.5 water to rice ratio. So for every 1 cup rice, use 1.5 cups of water. This ensures the rice is cooked but still firm enough to hold its shape when we are layering the biryani. So once the water is absorbed, the rice will be partially cooked and ready for the next step. Once the rice is ready, we can start layering the biryani. I'm using the same cooking vessel I used for frying the onions. Add in around 1 to 2 tablespoons of ghee to the vessel, and once the ghee is hot, add the marinated chicken and cook it on high heat until the chicken takes on a light brown color and is about half cooked. Once the chicken is half cooked, lower the flame and add in some chopped green chillies, coriander leaves, and pudina leaves. Now slightly flatten the chicken to form a layer and slowly add in all the cooked rice on top of this. After putting all the rice, pour in the saffron infused milk over the rice. At this stage, if you want, you can also add in some food color, but I'm not using any. Next, add in some coriander leaves and pudina leaves. Then add in some fried onions and place some green chillies like I'm doing in this video. That will just enhance the flavor and not make the biryani more spicy. Also add in 1 or 2 tablespoons of lemon water and ghee. After this, cover the vessel and let the biryani cook. I usually let it cook on medium heat for first 10 minutes and then I lower the flame and cook it for another 25 to 30 minutes. To prevent the biryani from burning at the bottom, I placed an old tawa under the cooking vessel. It helps to distribute the heat evenly, and also I'm using a pressure cooker because it has a thick bottom which makes it easier to let the biryani cook slowly. But remember, I'm not using any pressure cooker's whistle. You can use any thick bottom vessel, just make sure to seal it tightly with the lid so that the biryani cooks in its own steam during the cooking process. While the biryani was cooking, I moved on to making a simple marination for grilled green masala chicken. I took some fresh coriander leaves, mint leaves, ginger, and a ready-made masala powder. Added in egg and salt. I blended everything together in a mixer and added the same to the chicken. And I let it sit for around 20 to 30 minutes. With all this cooking happening, the kitchen was starting to look like a storm ahead. I quickly realized I needed to clean up before my mom sees the mess and gets annoyed at the condition of her kitchen. So I started clearing all the dishes and placing them in the dishwasher. Next, I moved on to making a simple raita to serve with the biryani. I took some curd and whisked it well until it became nice and creamy. Then add in some salt, coriander powder, cumin powder, black pepper powder, and red chili powder. I mixed everything together. This will give a perfect creamy spiced raita, which will balance out the richness of the biryani. Once it's all mixed together, I added some chopped onions and mixed again. And before serving, I also added some chopped coriander leaves. For the grilled chicken, I'm using air fryer for cooking. You can also fry it over a tawa or deep fry it in oil. After 30 minutes, I switched off the flame and let the biryani rest for a bit. When it was time to serve, I carefully opened the pot and gently removed the biryani from one side. Make sure that you don't disturb the layers. And I served it hot with the green masala chicken and the creamy raita which I made. It was a perfect combination of flavors and aromas. As you can see, the biryani has taken on a beautiful color from the saffron I used. If you want to make it even more attractive looking, you can always add food colors. But personally, I prefer not to use too many artificial colors in my food. I love keeping it natural for that authentic rich look and flavor. Thank you so much for watching my video. Do try out this easy and delicious biryani and let me know in the comments how it turned out. Share it with your loved ones and don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. See you in the next one.